Hey everybody, welcome back to Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home for episode 420. That's right, 420. No, it's not what you think it is. Got a lot of neat stuff for today's episode, including the winners of the 800 subscriber giveaway. So before we get started, all the administrative stuff checked right down here, www.theshavingcadre.com. Please come and visit us. We'd certainly appreciate it. And then over here, you'll see a barber pole with a cowboy hat on it. That's our like and subscribe button. If you'd please do that, that certainly helps the channel, because our next big giveaway will be at 1,000 subscribers. And I think we're sitting at like 812 right now. So it's going to be a while, but we can do it. So make sure you tell your friends, tell the president, all that kind of good stuff as well. And also ring the bell for notifications for any new content that we have. So that's about it. So please, right after the break, come back. We'll talk about a shave, and then we'll find out who the winners are. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, those of you that follow our shaving journals, because not only do we have video vlogs over on theshavingcadre.com, but we also have shaving journals. And most of us fill out those journals on a daily, weekly, or sometimes semi-annual basis. But November 4th of every year is very special for both me and my wife, is that our fathers, and we didn't know this when we started dating 100,000 years ago, share the same birthday in the same year, and that's November 4th. So yesterday, for I did kind of a nostalgic shave, and that shave was Brute. Everything that was Brute, the soap, the aftershave, as much as I could get. Now, it's not the original Fabergé, because that's no longer in existence, but my dad loved Brute, and I've always been a fan of it. So today we're going to do the same thing, and I also used a Gillette Super Speed that was his. Now, normally on Sundays, as most of my viewers know, I do a straight shave. But today, staying with that nostalgic theme, we are going to honor my wife's father. And he was a huge Old Spice fan. Now, I found out, years later, that he had some stuff that was tucked away in a box. And so that's what we're going to shave with today. And this was an NOS. I think it's an E4 Gillette Fat Boy. And this has got a Persona blade in it. We're going to be using a Rubber Set 404. That one is my brush, but it's, it's kind of nostalgic. But the shave soap, the mug, and the aftershave, or excuse me, the cologne, is all vintage 1964, and that includes the Schulten Old Spice cologne, as well as the shaving mug and the shave soap that's in here. And surprisingly, the shave soap still has some fragrance to it. So now, for those of you that are waiting for the contest, we will do all that at the end of our shave today. So we hope everybody's doing well. It's a busy weekend. Monday I am teaching straight razor shaving at a barber expo here in Tucson. And then today we're going to the Celtic Festival and Scottish Highland Games. We've never been before, but they've got some whiskey tastings, some Scotch eggs. For those of you who know me, I love Scotch eggs, as well as vendors and stuff like that. So we're going to look for a new kilt, because my lineage is McLaughlin. And so we're going to look for the McLaughlin tartan, and then my wife's going to be looking for the Baker tartan. Or no, excuse me, the Cochrane tartan. So we'll see what happens there. But we had a good number of entries, and then we also had people that were able to do double entries. So we had 19 total entries, but with the double entries, for those of you that signed up over on the Shaving Cadre, we had a total of 23 numbers. And so the people that had double entries were assigned 2 numbers, so it gave them a little bit of an extra chance. All right, here we go. I was honored to be given this Gillette Fat Boy. And this was a completely NOS cased Gillette Fat Boy. It had never been used. And Sharon's father died in the 80s, and all this stuff was in a box because he had transitioned over to Norelco electric razors in the 60s. And this was given to him by Sharon's mom for a birthday present in November of 63, I think, or 64. I think it's a 1964 model. And he never used it. So they were digging through some stuff and they found it, and it still had tape on the box. We're not quite sure if he ever even opened it. It was given to me to kind of keep the legacy going. I don't consider it mine. It'll always be his. But I am more or less the trustee of that. And then in that was a whole bunch of Schulten Old Spice shaving pucks, which I have, as well as I think 3 or 4 bottles of Old Spice cologne, still in their boxes and still unopened. And I opened one, and that's the one I'm using today, but I haven't opened any of the other ones. And they're all the colognes. He didn't have the aftershaves, but I've got a vintage Avon aftershave that was given to me that I'll be using that is very close to it. It was given to me by a friend, dear friend, back when the TSC was when I was hosting the TSC radio show, which I hope to have started again at some point. But this Avon decanter was given to me by Spider, KJ, and I cherish it. I don't use it that often, but I cherish the fact that it has a neat theme to it because of the TSC radio show and stuff like that. And of course, this Fat Boy is set on 7. And just a beautiful razor. I mean, it's fun to use. It's heavy. And it's, typical vintage Gillette. And like I said, normally I would be using the straight razor, but to keep the nostalgia of our dad's birthdays, I try to, on November 4th and 5th, or November 4th through 6th, I try to use the vintage stuff that our dads used, just as a tribute to them. So, and, just like Williams, the vintage soaps are just so nice. They maintain good fragrance. I mean, like I said, this is still has the Old Spice fragrance after, 64, so it's almost 60 years old. And it was bought at Kresge's, which later became Skaggs, which later became CVS. And the price tags on the Old Spice were $2.99 for the cologne, and the shaving pucks in the boxes were 45 cents. So obviously wet shaving back then was quite a bit cheaper. The razor did not have the price tag on the box or the case, but I'm assuming it was probably around $5.99, something like that. And I still have the Gillette blue blades that came in the case. I have not broken those open because I've used Gillette Blues in the past, and they are pretty rough compared to today's newer blades. And my favorites now are the Persona Supers. I really like them. This is one of the few DE razors that I have to be somewhat careful about because it'll reach out and bite me, and I have a tendency to get complacent with it. Perfect DS-BBS shave, maybe a little bit of cleanup in the knuckle area. Also, I forgot to mention, make sure that you check out the description section of this channel because I usually list a bunch of different YouTube channels, people that support not only this channel but also support the shaving cadre, including your friend and mine. That's right, Barber Dave's, or no, well, should be Barber Dave's. No, Nurse Dave's Shaving World Poker Chips. Both the bluest and the most terracotta poker chips in San Francisco. You can bet on it. And he also has his own pick or barber device or soap device, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, so I got to give him a shout out. But yeah, check out all the guys on all the channels that are listed down below. They'd certainly appreciate your support as well. Absolute zero on the alum today. So we will be announcing the winners here in just a few seconds. Now, if any of the winners are not members of the Shaving Cadre, obviously for shipping purposes and privacy issues, you obviously don't want to, if you can message me through YouTube, I'm not sure if that's even possible, with your contact information so I can get things shipped out to you. If not, go ahead and go over to the Shaving Cadre and join, and then you should be able to DM me your contact information. For our witch hazel today, we'll be using Quinn's pink grapefruit and orange rind because that kind of goes with the theme of the shave. I'll let that dry down a bit. Get the rest of the things cleaned up. For our aftershave today, as I said, I do not have the Old Spice aftershave, the vintage stuff. I haven't bought any of the new stuff. So what we're going to use, we're going to use an approximation that works real well. And that's Avon, Wild Country. And this is, like I said, this microphone for the disc jockey thing was given to me by Spider, a.k.a. KJ. And really close to Old Spice. A little bit sweeter than Old Spice, but still very, very good. Oh, it's wonderful. Nice high alcohol content, but feels good on the face. And like I said, these old Avon aftershaves are just tremendous. And, you know, and what the cool thing is the neat decanters they come on. So KAVN, I mean, it's just really neat stuff. Our talc today is going to be Clubman, you know, sticking with the vintage theme because I know that, I don't know if my dad ever used talc. I know he did when he went to his barber. You know, his barber used it. And I don't know about Cecil, if he ever used it. I don't know if it was that big of a practice back in the day other than when you went to the barber. It's becoming much more popular now. And we hope that our barbershop at home has had something to do with that. We hope. Okay, and for our cologne today, which we splash on kind of just like a aftershave, Shulton Old Spice in the glass container, and still has just that wonder, just as strong. It's amazing to me how it still has all that strong fragrance. It's just, Old Spice is good stuff. And with it being somewhat wintry at this, well, wintry for Arizona, but since I'm going to the Celtic Scottish Highland Games, we're going to put it on well for the McLaughlin clan. Okay, I don't have a very good Scottish thing. So that's the shave, guys. We certainly appreciate it. So let's get on to the good stuff, okay? And I had to put my glasses back on. That's why I waited till the end of the shave, because I couldn't see. Okay, so we had 19 total entries. 6 of those entries had 2 ways to win. So what I did is, based on when you signed up, either on YouTube or whether you signed up at the Shaving Cadre, I assigned you a number 1 through 23. Now, some of those people got 2 numbers. For instance, Steve Crosby had numbers 18 and 19. So, however, the random generator came up on my I've got a random number generator on my phone. However that came up, that was the winner. So, drum roll, please. And for third place, which you're going to get some of the Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home device. You can scoop soap out with it. You can play your guitar with it. You can scratch, or whatever other kinds of things you want to do with this. You'll get a few of these, and that's going to be third place. And we'd like to congratulate Dave Ritter from the YouTube sign up. And so, as I said, Dave, if you're not a member of the Shaving Cadre, please either message me or go over to the Shaving Cadre and let me know, and I'll get that shipped out to you. Probably going to be either late this week or next week, because I've got a bunch of stuff going on, but I'll get everybody's out. And for second place, and second place was the, I don't have it here handy, but a brand new set of the Hombres Barbershop tonic. Now, this was a bespoke aftershave and shaving soap that I had done through cblsoaps.com that gives the flavor of the Old West. We're working on a new one, and I will just say that it's going to be a spaghetti western type of thing, and it's going to be Hombres Dos, and I'm thinking it's going to be called Hombres Dos, the Spaghetti Western, and it's going to have some other themes to it, but that'll come out probably later next year or early next year for the soap and the aftershave. So the bamboo bowl set and stuff like that goes to Nurse Dave. Yes, this mug from the Shaving Cadre, and basically it's because he had 2 entries, and so he'll be getting that set as well. And then number 1, the first place winner, which is a $50 gift certificate to cblsoaps.com, is Tigr Lily, Tigrlily. So congratulations to all the winners. We'll have more contests. I want to thank everybody. I did not expect to get 19 people to enter. I certainly appreciate that. And keep on clicking on the like buttons and stuff like that. We want to get to 1,000. And at 1,000, we're going to have a pretty big giveaway. So anyhow, I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. I hope everybody has a blessed Sunday. And we'll probably see you again tomorrow and Tuesday. Have a great day.